Responsible Degenerate podcast. I'm your host, Robbie. That's my host, Mel.
Yo, yo.
And today we have a special guest.
Special.
We have a special guest. We have Amanda from the Hoops and Healing podcast. Check out Amanda. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited to chat hoops with you guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
Anytime. Looking forward to. I was watching your podcast. Like I like Sheila. You know what you're talking about. A lot of people get up here, just run their mouth. You know what you're talking about.
You could tell right away the ones that be paying attention or the ones who just be watching the highlights. Like you go in depth, and you could tell that you care. You could tell we could tell that there's passion behind it too, which is what we love. So
exactly.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's one of the inspirations. Honestly, I was watching other people, and I was like, man, I gotta get in on this because, like you said, there's a lot of bandwagoners. We'll call them.
A lot. Like I said, I'm glad you're doing your thing. Like I said, everybody make sure you like, subscribe, and share to the Hoops and Healing podcast.
Yes, do that.
Where they can find it on YouTube and what else?
Yeah, so right now I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, just at Hoops and Healing. That's all I can handle right now. There's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, I know. First game of the day, we got South Carolina versus North Carolina Central. 106-42. South Carolina. Tanaya Latson leads the way. Her first big game of the season. 32 points. Joyce Edwards 25, 10 and 6. She dabbed 7 turnovers. Before I get into Amanda, we coming to you first. What did you like about the game? What you didn't like?
Yeah, so obviously it was a tough game for the team that wasn't South Carolina. But yeah, right away I was gonna bring up Latson as well, the transfer from Florida State. She's kind of had a slow start since she's been at South Carolina, so it was great to see her go off 32 points. She kind of had a slow first half, but I think the second half is when she really took off. And yeah, this is her first 30-point game of the season, her first I would say big impact for South Carolina. So I think we'll see more of this from her. I hope so. I think she's a really special player.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is her first. This is the first time where I was like, all right, that's Tanaya Latson. You have arrived now. And one thing about this game, it started on the defensive end. She was getting a lot of steals. I think she had 3 today. She was getting steals and led to fast break opportunities. And in the second half, she did get going. I also like to see today, because I commented a while back on Joyce Edwards on her vision. And she came out in the second half looking to get players involved. She had 6 assists today. She did have 7 turnovers though. You gotta cut that down, but it's a good start, Also they did lose Ocote in the second half. She didn't come back in the second half. But what the player that I think changed the game for them, because they also didn't have Tessa McDaniels.
Yep.
Yeah, McDaniels. She came in. She was like their full Wally today. She came in today, energy. Get to the free throw line, pressuring the ball, getting easy baskets. So I did like her today. Also, McDowell, the bench. This was the game because South Carolina gets a lot of flack on their bench, and today was the game. These kind of games are the way your bench could come in, get some confidence, and that's what they did today. Because you're gonna need them. You can't keep playing 6-7 players 30-40 minutes and think you're gonna win down the road. That's not how it works. But besides that, Mel, how you feel about this game, Mel?
Yeah, I mean, South Carolina did what they had to do. I will say though, I will give NC Central some credit. They came out the first quarter and was competing. You would have thought South Carolina would have just came out the gate, punched them in the mouth, and the game would have been over. They was fighting where it was back and forth, on the defensive end. They made things tough for Medina. They was playing a lot of good defense, and offensively, they was able to get downhill, get some and ones, get some shots. I want to shout out Tierney Coleman, who had a really good game. She had 14 points. It was 4 for 6 from 3. So in the beginning, it was okay, NC, you didn't think that they was going to win, but you love seeing teams compete. Because a lot of the teams, when they're playing teams like South Carolina, or a team that they know they're inferior, that is more inferior, they kind of don't play with that confidence, but they came out the gate and they showed we here to play. And then ultimately, as the game winded on, the separation clearly, just started to show. And like I said, with me, seeing Raven Johnson get the first bucket of the game, I'm a super huge fan of Raven Johnson. Whenever she shoots the ball, it's beautiful to see because, Amanda, my thing before was Raven Johnson, I never questioned if she could score. My thing is just it's a difference between knowing that you can score and actually scoring. I feel like there was a lot of hesitation in terms of knowing when to score and knowing when to pass. Now this season, I'm seeing her take a lot of jump shots and get into the rim and actually looking to score. And I feel like that's going to help South Carolina down the road. So even though she didn't have the best game offensively, she took how many shots she took? She was 2 for 9. But the fact that she's able to get them up is important because when they double team Joyce Edwards in the post and Medina, you're gonna need those guards to be able to knock down shots. But yeah, South Carolina definitely put on Joyce Edwards. Looked amazing outside of the 7 turnovers, which is something that I know she's gonna clean up. I mean, Joyce Edwards is putting people on the map. Like the versatility of her game this season compared to last season is night and day. You can tell she really put in the work, whether it's with her jump shot, getting to the rim. She's strong. She's finishing. She's adding that playmaking ability. Those 2 passes that she gave to Tanaya Latson that actually kind of jump started Tanaya Latson as well. I think in the third quarter where she gave it to her twice in that corner that got Tanaya Latson going. It's like that's vision. I think there was a time where she even got double teamed on the block, and I think she kicked it to Madowell for an open 3. I'm like, okay, like if Joyce Edwards is adding a passing game now, league is going to be in trouble because she's not just affecting you with the scoring. If she affected you with the passing as well, it's going to be a long day for teams. And yeah, Tanaya Latson put on. It was beautiful to see. Obviously somebody that led the nation last season in points. It was beautiful to just see her get her flow going. Like we all know, she's a scorer. She's a bucket getter. Like not many people could stop her, but the difference is like coming to the systems. How can she find a way to implement her style in that South Carolina offense? You got a lot of scores. You got Medina. You got obviously Tessa wasn't there. You got Joyce that's coming out of her own. There's a lot of people that could put the ball in the hoop, but it was good to see Tanaya Latson, not get her confidence shooken up. And all it takes is 1 bucket for her. And then after that, it's lights out. So I'm glad she got a chance to put on as she did. On the offensive glass, they was destroying NC Central, and like I said, I'm just happy and proud to just see her kind of get out of that funk, and I feel like the last game she played similar, she got going in the second half, so maybe it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you let the South Carolina players in the beginning do what they got to do, and then when it's time for that third quarter, she puts on. But not surprised at all because she's definitely a scorer. Yeah, South Carolina took care of business, so shout out to them.
Yeah, like Raven, see, I can see this being teams game plan going forward, especially in the tournament time where it's like, all right, we know Joyce could do Joyce things.
Mm-hmm.
Medina Ocote, we seen her, we know she could do. She's very big. She plays big. We know she could do what she could do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Raven, can you beat us shooting jump shots? We're gonna see. Like you said, she shot 2 for 9 today. The first step is taking them.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah. Now the second step is now you got to make them. Because if I could double Joyce and Ocote all day, and you're not gonna beat us, I'm very fine with that matchup. I'm very fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure UConn, Texas, they're fine with that. So she has to knock them shots down to keep the defense honest, to so they can play at their full potential. And these kind of games, they're not really playing. I mean, they're playing North Carolina, but they're really playing against how can I put it? They're not playing a scoreboard. Like we know we're gonna beat this team. But it's about, like I always say, building good habits. I think it was like third quarter where I think McDaniel tried to throw like an alley to I think to last end. Yeah. And you see Coach Stone was like
she lost it.
Like, yeah, like that's not like come on, like come on, like yes, okay, we up about whatever was 40 at that point in time, but we know if we're playing the Texas teams, the UCLA's, the UConns, you can't have this habit. You can't, because you're throwing a possession that we need every bucket. We need every basket. And so that's just like I said, just building good habits. They'll get better. They'll hopefully, hopefully not. I'm not a South Carolina fan, but they'll build the good habits to where, like when they come down the road, they'll fix them.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll get better at that. So we'll see them. I don't know when they play next, but yeah, so
yeah, I'm a big South Carolina fan. Like
same.
That's my team. That's my team. I have a hoodie that has Don Staley's face all over it. I had it custom made. Like I rock with the Gamecocks. So
respect.
If I'm gonna be biased towards anyone, it would be them for sure.
Respect. I was thinking about wearing my Don Staley because I got the Don Staley Slam shirt in white. I was thinking about wearing that one, but I was like, let me just put on the USA shirt, show off the Player Society merch. Since I saw, I know you be representing with like the hockey jerseys and stuff. I'm like, let me show off the little merch. But gotta love Don, man. Can't hate on Don. Like.
Yeah. I love Don. I love Don.
Great.
Yeah. I love Don. I love the players. Like I always say, Amanda, it's not the team that I dislike. It's the fan base. Like the fan base is just like. I mean, they have a very strong fan base. I'm not gonna lie to you. They have a very strong fan base. They back. But the problem with me is that they think they players is better than everybody in the world. And I'm like, come on, like you gotta stop being delusional. You gotta stop being
I feel like
delusional.
UConn acts like that too. UConn acts like they're the best.
UConn, but they got like what 20? How many
But you're
they
like,
got?
but they are the
Yeah.
best.
UConn got that swag to where they got like multiple Hall of Famers. They got like a bunch of champions. So it's a lot going on over there.
like,
Yeah, there is a lot going
Yeah.
on over there. But between the Gamecocks and like the LSU's, those two fan bases right now, it's like they like. And it's funny because y'all at war. Well, according to Twitter, I don't know about, but on Twitter, y'all at war every day. Whenever I sign on, it's LSU against South Carolina. And
man,
it's
just gotta appreciate both teams, man. People just want to be messy, man. Like just appreciate both teams, man. We ain't gotta go into the rah rah.
No, I just watch. I was like, yo, like damn, like why they like? When the last time y'all beat us? Like y'all ain't beat us in 20 years. And I remember I commented on something about because somebody had posted. It said Raven Johnson is the best point guard in the country or something like that. And I was like, I said, all right, let's stop being delusional. So and then he gonna say I'm an LSU fan. I said I'm not an LSU fan. I'm neutral. I love everybody. I'm just speaking of facts, you know. But and he blocked me, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm crying. So long they
You
was
didn't
gonna
even
let you
say
rock,
anything
bro.
that bad. Yeah.
Crazy. I'm like, it's not being, but you know, like
That must be her number one fan in the whole world.
Most likely.
Must be.
Yeah.
They take that. I ain't gonna lie. The college fan bases is like stronger than I think pro team because like y'all don't play about y'all. Well, not y'all, but they don't play about their college teams. You know, like it's football,
Yeah,
basketball.
Because of the students. Like the students are just riding hard for their school.
They ride hard. Like they ride hard, and I love it. You know, I love it. You know, I mean that's why I love sports. You know, I like going back and forth with other fan bases. You know, like. So when I'm right, I get the gloat. When they right, they get the gloat. But it's all good. It's all love, you know. Because at the end of the day, we all love the same sport, you know. So it's all good, you know. I ain't sweating it.
Exactly. Like let's just have fun at the end of the day. Let's not get too serious.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't cross the line. We ain't gotta be disrespectful. We could be, but just keep it in the sport, respectful, and I'm good. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, you know. Iowa State stays undefeated. They defeat Northern Illinois Huskies, Odie Crooks. Another one of them games, 30 in 19 minutes. 30 in 19 minutes. 30 in 19 minutes. So, Amanda, we come to you first. Your take from this game?
I mean, yeah, Audie just like I have in my notes, dominant, no notes, really.
Right,
She's
that's
just
it.
like so unstoppable, especially at the college level, right? Like I don't know exactly how her game would transition to the pro level, but I just watching her, like watching the poor players trying to guard her, I feel so bad for them.
Yeah.
And Iowa State plays around her. Like the play is get the ball to Crooks. That's their play. You could see it every time their eyes are going to her. And like, why would you not, right? Like if you have this, I don't want to call her a cheat code because like she's not cheating.
Yeah.
She's not cheating, no, but like she's just so dominant. And
Right.
then at one point she hit the too small on them, and I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Even though it's obvious that everyone's smaller than her.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's really fun to watch. And like what I noticed too is she shoots a lot of her layups like backwards, more than we like typically would see. I feel like for post players or any players, I just noticed she's like maybe she like missed, she's grabbing her rebound, she's like flipping a lot of layups up backwards. So I thought that was a little bit different for her. And then Iowa State also has a bunch of shooters.
Right.
So they're shooting well behind the arc, and they have 4 players that are 40% plus from behind the arc, and the team is sitting around 35%, whereas NIU is only 22% behind the arc. So right away, like Iowa State, the shooters stood out to me. And then when you have Crooks in there who could just make everything, and then when she passes it back out, she's got her shooters. So I feel like NIU is just running around in like circles trying to figure out what to do. They're a very difficult team to play, for sure.
For sure. Before I get in my game, before I get in mine.
Yeah. Just to echo that sentiment. Yeah, man. Listen, Odie Crooks is an automatic bucket. It don't matter if you double team, triple, like she's gonna find a way to get the ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? And like Hobby said, like that, you could really just look at Iowa State and tell their offense is centered around Odie Crooks. It's give her the ball, right? Like that's just make life simple. And sometimes I feel like a lot of teams complicate the offensive scheme. When you have somebody as dominant as her, just make life simple. Give her the ball, let her score. If they double, pass it out to the 3-point shooters. You got Jada Woods. Like what they shot today from 3? They shot 21 for 12 for 21. Shot 57%. I mean, Ariana Jackson was 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. Kinsey hit 3 for 5. I mean, they was just getting up threes and they shoot them at a high clip. So when you really look at their offense, Iowa State could be a dangerous team depending on the matches, because at the end of the day, you got to be willing to live with, am I going to live with Audie Crooks going crazy for 30, or am I going to double team her and live with the 3-point shooters? But they can shoot the ball really well. So you got to pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? So, during that game, like I said, at the end of the day, Northern Illinois did as best as they could. Teresa had 16, Mariah had 16, but at the end of the day, you kind of just knew right away where that game was going. But I think Jada Parker, Jada Williams, sorry, kind of it took her a minute to get in the flow of the game. I think she scored her first bucket like late in the second quarter. So, I would like to see her get more involved in the offense and things like that, because I think she will also be key alongside Audie Crooks to determine how far Iowa State could go. But overall, yeah, man, like I said, Audie Crooks is a bucket getter, and at the end of the day, I don't really know how you game plan around her, because it's like you either live with her scoring a lot or you live with the threes. And it's like, if I'm a coach, I would be like, okay, let Audie Crooks get 50, but it's hard to just watch her dominate everybody. If I'm her teammate, and this is not the game plan could be like, okay, Duke, go one-on-one against Audie. But if I'm a teammate looking at Audie Crooks going crazy, I'm gonna just double team off. Like, I don't even want to see my teammate be getting done off like that. But it just shows you how difficult she is to guard. So Audie Crooks is one of those. Get back to normal. Like, rooting for you. Want y'all to get out this far, but y'all gotta find a way to
really seeing
Jada
to see what she was going to do.
Easy on
because
like they know y'all struggling.
Like place her on that level with the top point guard. So I want to see her. I mean, she played the top point guard. Not even the non-ranked. I wanted to see to get a gist of like
South Florida.
What is she doing this year? You know what I mean? Like I said,
she with y'all. They know the scouting report. You lost the 5 players. They know what's going on. We got the
but I mean, it's hard when Audie came out the gate, had like 20 something in the first half. Like she was dominant. So like she didn't have to do much, So
yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to do much.
Yeah, she had to do much.
Make life simple. Make life simple.
She had to do much. So like maybe but you said something, man, that I wanted to hint at today. Audie Crooks. You see IK at this level right now, she's 6'3". She is bigger than everybody that guards her, for the most part, But on the next level, there are players just as big as her and bigger than her. So how do you think her game will transfer to the next level?
Yeah, I think it'll be an adjustment for her. Something else I noticed too is at the college level, her teammates, like they get her the ball exactly where she wants it, and she's basically just going up right away. Like we're not seeing a lot of fancy footwork, a lot of fancy post moves from her. It's catch the ball and then immediately go up and shoot, and that's what's working for them. So like again, like what you said, Mel, like why complicate it? Mm-hmm. But when you get to that next level and you do have bigger defenders, more skilled defenders, I think she would just probably have to focus more on, again, like her footwork, more strategic post moves that we aren't seeing from her, because again, she doesn't need it right now, right? It's just a catch and shoot situation. So at the W, there's probably going to be less of that. And again, people more her size. So I'd be interested to see, what she can work on in terms of her post move work when she gets to the next level.
Yeah, because I want to get Bill.
No, I was going to say it. Something random just popped in my head, because like I'm not saying that I'm not necessarily comparing these, but I'm necessarily just more talking about like how you mentioned, Amanda, like when Audie Crooks gets the ball, it's not like she's doing like shimmy shakes, hooks, like she's going straight up, right? Like, and a player that reminded me of was Monica Susano, who used to play with IO with Caitlin Clark. Like a lot of points that Monica got was the same thing. Caitlin Clark would give her the ball, she would go up right when she got the ball on the post. You know what I'm saying? So similar play styles in terms of like not too much movement. And like Monica Susano was, I think, the second highest scorer player on that team. So like she was one of the ones. Like I said, she went to the WNBA draft. I think she got drafted by the Sparks, or I can't really remember, but
yeah, I think it was the Sparks. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I think there's similarities where it's like I believe in Audie Crooks, but it will be an adjustment, because at the end of the day, you got to have some type of go-to moves. Like these women, like when you got to go against the Jonquel Jones and the BGs, all of these Shakira Austins, and even if you play the full, you gotta go against Kiki Ariafe and Aaliyah. Like you gotta kind of have some type of versatility to where, like, if you're looking to score, you gotta be able to have some type of bag. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a jab set, pull up, pump fake, you gotta be able to put more moves together. So I feel like it will be an adjustment period. I do feel like depending on where she at and what team she goes to will be the key to her success, because I feel like a lot of rookies that come into W, their success is predicated on the situation that they go to. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to remember her name. I don't know why I'm blanking her name. Atlanta Dream.
Who?
She went go. Tahina Paopao,
Tina
right?
Papa.
That's a perfect situation for Tahina Paopao because Atlanta Dream needed a guard to come in and be able to get right, and she hit the gate out running. You know what I'm saying? But certain rookies where you maybe got like a Sarah Ashley Barker who goes to the Sparks, so where like she starting one game, coming off the bench and already playing. So it's and the Sparks have a lot of guards. They got Kelsey Plum, they got Rakia Jackson, you got Ray Burrell. So I think success is really predicated on where you go. So I'm really interested in seeing where all the crooks can go and how they play it because that's going to be pivotal as well.
Kind of like
But
Alyssa Peely too. She stands out to me of like she
I was gonna say
didn't
Right.
that.
go to the right franchise,
Yeah,
and so
Yeah.
she barely got to play, and she
Hmm.
ended up getting cut. So like she's like
Yeah.
obviously a phenomenal player, but
Hmm.
that kind of reminds me of that situation of how like maybe if she had gone to a different franchise, her situation would have been different.
I
Absolutely.
was just gonna go there. But the thing about all the crooks, she's at the next level. She'll be a four. At the four,
Mm.
those are very swift players. Like you got Asia
Yeah.
Wilson. She could take you out and in. You got
Yeah.
Brianna Stewart out in. At that four spot, it's not like sit in the paint. No. We're gonna take you out. So now you got the guard. Show me that footwork on defense on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And so like I don't really. I'm not gonna. Situation matters. Like you said with Peely, I think she's on. I think
She was
she's
on the
on
Sparks.
LA
Last time I
now,
saw the
right?
Sparks, yeah, the
Yeah, she's on
Sparks,
LA.
yeah.
I think her coach, one of her old coaches he picked up,
Mhm.
but yeah, like it's gonna be an adjustment because like I said, you go from college basketball where most of their bigs are just sitting in the paint to where now you go now in the WNBA, they going outside the paint. Jaquel taking
Yeah.
you from the 3-point line in. She's not sitting in the paint. So like it's gonna be an adjustment period. I want to see her. She a junior now, right? Or sophomore? She a junior?
I think
All the
she's a
crooks.
junior now. Yeah,
Junior?
I want to say
I
she's a junior.
junior. So one more year, and then I do want to see. She's one I'm gonna keep an eye on. Like I want to
Yeah.
see because I think the league in 2 years is going to be a different league than you see now because they're getting a lot
Way
of like
different.
NBA coaches going to the league now, and in the NBA they play small ball. It ain't no nah. Even the five got to be shooting threes. So we'll see. I mean, she don't got to do it now because, like you said, nobody can stop her until she gets to the tournament and she go against one of those teams where they got the players just as big as her, and she won't go further than that. So like
Hmm.
we'll see,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying
Just
like
imagining like her
it's
going up against the NIU defenders and then going up against like Asia Wilson. Like
exactly
that's crazy different.
different story.
Yeah. And I feel like people in the W2, because even if I'm just envisioning these matches, like see Asia and Audio, like Stewie, like they're gonna look at that matchup and be like exposed that, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, teams are always looking for like the weakest link. Oh,
Yeah.
she gonna get that island work, so it's like
Mhm.
mentally preparing that as well. Like these women aren't gonna take it easy. Like, yeah, we know you're a star in college, you're killing up in Ohio State, but it's like you in the big pros and like we going at you, like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like we fighting for something. So even just the mental battles, like what she's gonna have to prepare to go up each and every night. I said the Kiki Ariavans is nothing to sneeze at. Aaliyah Edwards, like these women they get to it. So it's
Mhm.
gonna be interesting to see, man.
Yeah,
Even like Rakia Jackson at the three, like
Kia Jackson.
yeah. She's
And she was
6'3",
6'4",
so
right?
yeah,
6'3", so
6'3",
yeah.
6'4", so you even got to watch out for the threes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Angel Reese, you
That's what I'm
gotta
saying. It ain't gonna be no
Natasha Howard,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
yo.
Like you gonna have players to like, and they gonna be like now. She don't really have players that like go at her until maybe the tournament time or maybe like later in the season. Like,
Mhm.
but in the W it's every day. It's every day.
night, yeah.
Every day, every night.
Every
night,
team's
so
got multiple
every night.
dominant players, second
Yeah.
string, third
Yeah,
string.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we'll see how she progresses and then next year when she's drafted we'll see how she does in the league. UCLA defeats Oregon 80-59. Lauren Betts dominates with 24 and 14. About time. Amanda, take on this game. How you felt about it?
Yeah, another rough one.
It was a little better though. It was a little better.
Yeah, a little better. Oregon had some fight in them, like we mentioned at the beginning. I like that they didn't give up and they were trying to push the pace. They did get UCLA to get a little bit uncomfortable at times, so that was good to see. But what stood out to me right away is just how small Oregon looked. Like they just looked honestly like a high school team, just size wise compared to like UCLA, because UCLA with Betts is huge, and honestly some of their guards are even on the bigger end as well. So that stood out to me right away. I know Betts had some like nasty blocks at
Yeah, she
6'7".
She did.
I would just never shoot over her. Like I'd be like, all right, I'm passing every single time unless I'm
Right.
clearly able to get like all the way around her.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then looking at their history too, Oregon hasn't won at UCLA since 2020 when they had Sabrina. So it's been a long time. I think this was UCLA's sixth straight win against Oregon. So Oregon was already coming in as a Cinderella story there. So pretty much displayed what we ended up seeing. So UCLA dominating in the paint, out rebounding them, just having some crazy blocks. And then Kiki, obviously Kiki is going to do Kiki things. Really cool to see her playmaking. Really fun to see her playing with Betts because I feel like they play really well together. And Kiki is just so good at setting Betts up. So they're a duo that's really fun to watch. And obviously we know they're both going to go pro, and they both look like pros. Like Kiki looked like a pro amongst college players out there already. So I love Kiki's game for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I will say start off with like Oregon just like it was really difficult for them to put the ball in the hoop. Like they was getting open threes, layups, everything. They just couldn't hit a shot. I think, during the game they shot 33%. Obviously they played better towards the end of the game, but then like I said, they only scored 8 points in that first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you're playing like a team like UCLA, you gotta find a way to generate points. You know what I'm saying? Like while you missing threes, UCLA is down the court hitting their threes. You know what I'm saying? Gianna Kanapkis, came in, hit was 3 for 6 from three, 7 for 13 from the field. Of course, Lauren Betts did what she did with 24 points. So I'm not really, UCLA. I'm not surprised with what I saw. You know what I'm saying? I feel like UCLA does a great job of being in the teams that they're supposed to be. And Amanda, my thing with UCLA is I just feel like overall, when it's time for them to go up against the teams like the Texas, the LSU's, they just play different. Like, of course, like a team like Oregon, you know what I'm saying? They got a chance to put their foot on their necks. Lauren Betts doing what she wants on the defensive end. I feel like Lauren Betts is the best big in the country because I don't think I've seen a post player that's able to establish themselves in the post as good as Lauren Betts. And she could move. She could defend a big. She could defend a guard. She on the post. She got a great hook shot. She could take the mid range. I know that she's continued to work on. I know she's gotten better from the free throw line as well. So I'm not worried about Lauren Betts. Gianna is another player where like she's sneaky. Like she may not be the quickest, but she know how to get her shot off. And if you're not, she's crafty, so she's able to put points on the boards pretty quick. I know Hoskins kind of struggled today, but she's been playing really good this season. I think against Tennessee, she had like 20-something points, but she was going off. So I feel like for me, the biggest key for UCLA is Kiki Rice. And she did only have 7 points tonight. She was 2 for 7 from the field. And I think at the end of the day, even if Lauren Betts is playing good, if Gianna's playing good, even like I know Lega Walker kind of struggled tonight, but I think Kiki Rice is going to be pivotal for this team's success. And to me, what I saw in this game where like I think there was in the first quarter where she missed her first 3 pointers, right? And then there was a three where she had a three open on the right side, wide open. She hesitated and passed it out. That stood out to me because that shows a lack of confidence. And against Oregon, you could get away with not taking wide open threes. But when you playing the UConns, the Texas, and South Carolina, you have to be confident to make that shot. What have we been talking about Raven Johnson all along? Listen, we just want to see her shoot it, right? Like you gotta shoot the miss. But if Kiki Rice is hesitant with her jump shots, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on Lauren Best to have to consistently score, which she's getting doubled anyway. It's gonna put pressure on Jaquez to find a way to get in the paint and create. It's gonna put pressure on Gianna. I just feel like if Kiki Rice could consistently like that load for the team, it's gonna be better. She's super quick. She's a great defender. You know what I'm saying? She's great getting downhill. But like I said, tonight she struggled a bit, but it's just like she has to find a way to be able to be more confident with that jump shot. Because if she's able to do that, it enhances their offense so much. Now she's getting downhill for herself. It makes her job easier to get the ball to Lauren. It makes it easier for the shooters because now she's penetrating and getting in the paint. Teams can't go under screens. Like if she's just letting that fly, it makes them a more dangerous team. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of tonight, they handled business. They didn't shoot good from the free throw line. That's something that they have to clean up. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, UCLA definitely should have generated more points. You can't have lapses like that against Oregon because, like I said, if this was like a LSU, if this was a Michigan, which is like that's my dark horse. I'm a big Silas Swords fan. You cannot have lapses like that against these top teams. You're gonna get beat. So I just think UCLA has to do a better job of, having a consistent 4 quarters. And I just feel like the heads of the snakes, such as Kiki Rice, just has to be a bit more consistent in certain moments because if not, it could definitely cause trouble.
Yeah. I love what you spin, my boy. You spin.
Thank you, bro.
Spin, my boy. You spin, my boy. I'm just happy Lauren Best remembered she was 6'7". Like she remembered
Right.
she dominated 24-14. She
Yes.
dominated. I like how even when they double team, she was patient, found the
Mhm,
open player for a
mhm.
cut or a three. Like she just needs to watch this. The coach needs to show her this tape over and over and over and over. This what you can be on a nightly basis, not just against like a team like Oregon. When we play Texas and these other great teams, you can be this. Dominate in the paint. You will open it up for the rest of your team. She needs to like rebound like this nightly, dominate the paint like this nightly. Like she's a walking mismatch. You don't find players 6'7" just walking around in college. You don't.
Agreed. Yep.
You don't. You don't. Like
Can't
I
teach
see
that.
her. So I'm saying, like I see her against Texas get locked up by no disrespect to Olaker, but Olaker. So what? So like if you're gonna be the consensual number either number one pick or number two, whatever top three pick, you can't be getting locked up by like come on, like what we doing? Like you need to be dominating on a nightly basis. And today she dominated. Also you said Neekins shooter.
Gianna, yeah.
Gianna, great game today. Great game.
Hmm.
But from that, besides that, they had a the bench was okay. It
Hmm.
wasn't this game, even though they won by was 21,
21, yeah.
21. It didn't feel as dominant as like watching like how we watch South Carolina beat down North Carolina, how we watch Iowa beat down Northern Illinois. It didn't feel that same way as far as dominance. So
Hmm.
this is exactly why I'm like hesitant on this UCLA team because they're not dominating how they're supposed to. A 21-point win. Come on, these teams are you just see South Carolina beat a team by 40, whatever was 40, and then Iowa State by 50. What we doing? Like, come on, like. But I'm not gonna nitpick. But they need to like they need to be more dominant. Like I haven't seen yet like a whole team effort to where they like where like everybody was good and they dominated the team. I haven't seen it yet. Yes, they are what 9-1. What are they? 9-1. But I'm still waiting for that game where I'm like, oh yeah, they have
Hmm.
arrived.
Yeah.
We
They're
had
being pretty inconsistent.
yeah, very,
Yeah.
very, very. And like I said, good game today. But you're not really playing against. You're playing against the. You're not playing against the scoreboard. You're playing against yourself. You need to build good habits and build dominant habits, championship habits. And I mean, the step in the right direction. Oregon was undefeated, so there wasn't no slouches.
Yeah.
But but I need to see this when they play one of these ranked teams. I don't know who they got next as far as ranked team, but I need to see this when they play the Texases and the South Carolinas. I need to see Lauren Best bring it every night. Every night.
Yeah,
Hockey
they got a little
every
bit. They
night.
got a little bit of time, so we'll see. We'll see if they stay the same or if they change it
Mm,
up. And
we'll
then I did
see.
want to say one more thing because there is a player on UCLA who actually went to my high school,
Oh,
Angela Dugalich, number 32.
okay.
So yeah, we went to the same high school. Shout out to
Fire.
Maine West High School in Des Plaines, Illinois. It's a suburb right outside Chicago.
Fire.
So I haven't seen
Mm,
a player from my high school make it to that level. So I think that's cool.
That's super dope.
yeah, she
Shout
was
out to
solid.
Angela. Yeah,
5 points,
yeah.
9 rebounds, 3 assists. Solid.
On
She was
them
hacking out there.
boards.
She had 4 fouls, but but
Ah, man. Listen, no
it
easy
was so
ones.
good.
Nothing easy. Nothing easy. We'll take it.
She was playing aggressively.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what you
it's
got to
all
do.
good,
Set the tone.
Yeah, it's all good, man. So yeah, UCLA, it bounces back and they're 9-1. They defeat Oregon is no longer undefeated. They're now 10-1. So I know you gotta get going, Amanda. You got other obligations. You're a very busy woman. So once again, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share to the Hoops and Healing Pod on
Yes, show
YouTube,
love. Mhm.
TikTok, Instagram. Is there anything else you want to shout out, Amanda?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much got it. Just give me a
I got
follow. You
it.
can also
Uh,
follow my personal account at amanda.mochi on Instagram as well if you want to follow my personal account. But yeah, that's where you could find the pod. So I really appreciate
mhm,
the invite on the show. I love what you guys are
of course.
doing. It's really great to
Appreciate it.
see guys who respect the women's game and have a lot of knowledge behind it. So I feel like this was a really good collab. So I really appreciate your time.
Rob, let me say
Thank
one more
you.
thing before
Yeah.
real quick. Also, Amanda, I just want to give you credit too, because I really appreciate what you do in the mental health space, the mental wellness health space. Just like
Oh
really
yeah, yeah, yeah.
prioritizing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's something where
Mhm.
we definitely need to make a priority. Making sure that your mental health is in a good space. And so I just want to give you your flowers for bringing awareness to that and understand. Like even for players, like it like. these players are human. They go through things. They have tough days. You go through depression. Like how difficult it is to be in school and play. You got there with social media and people talking this and that. So I just feel like in general, mental health awareness is a big thing, and it's something that people need to prioritize more. So I just want to show you your love for talking about that, and just kind of sharing your journey, and kind of just bringing more awareness to that, because that's something that we need. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I love tying the two together, right? Sports and mental health, because there's a big intersection there for, like you said, the players, but also just, fans in general. Like we all go through things. So really just starting a conversation around mental health and wellness, it's important to me. So I like that I get to tie that together with, sports, which I love so much. So I really appreciate the shout out.
Of course. Had to show love.
Of course. Once again, make sure you like, subscribe, and share to the
Yes.
pod. Amanda, thank you for showing love to the pod. We grateful for having you up here. Thank you.
Welcome anytime.
Welcome
Love to have
anytime.
you back. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
We'll probably catch you maybe tournament time. Tournament time, we'll pull up on you.
Oh, yeah.
We'll pull up on us. Tournament
Definitely.
time. So
We'll make it work.
All right, Amanda.
Appreciate it.
you.
Appreciate
Talk
you.
to you guys later.
Talk to you. Bye.
All right, Mel. Before we get out of here, we got to touch on this. So after it was a lot of talk going on after Team USA. We know how this Team USA thing works. Everybody can't play.
Yeah.
But after the Duke and the Duke and LSU game was a little more passionate. You seen when Flau'jae hit the three in the fourth quarter, she was yelling at Coach Carol Lawson. So.
Yeah.
But and after the game, her team released I guess it's like part of either some video she recorded. Yeah, whatever it was. So we're gonna play that real quick.
For my mental, because I've never been put in a situation where I didn't play. And I felt like in that moment that I earned it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I got my opportunity, I actually earned it. You know what I mean? And
shake it.
I didn't know what it was.
You know who you are.
But one thing I never did was question my worth or who I was as a basketball player. It just hurt me bad. Like,
all you want to do is play basketball. All you want to do is play basketball, and guess what? You will continue to play basketball. You will continue to play basketball. You're the leading scorer in the SEC. One of the leading scorers in the SEC. SEC, that's the real deal.
All right, man. Before I get to you, I just want to
Yeah.
I'm gonna start by saying her feelings are valid. Like as a competitor, you want to always play and contribute to your team success. So she didn't play much towards the last couple games. But Carol Lawson's goal, her job is to win gold, and she did her job. She completed her goal. She won gold. But what I don't like is people trying to attack Carol Lawson for not playing Flau'jae. We've been around basketball a long time. We've seen Candace Parker not make Team USA. We've seen could have fucking blank. Fucking what's the name? Damn. We've seen Jason Tatum not get any minutes. We've seen Nneka not even couldn't play. We've seen Diana Taurasi. These are people at the top of their profession, MVPs, champions. Did not play for whatever reason. The coach chose I don't want to go with you. I want to go with so and so and go get the gold. We seen a couple years ago. We seen actually the star player of the gold game against France was Kakapa. Kakapa did not play most of the tournament if you watched it, but Team USA, you have to be selfless. You can't. It's not an I thing. You're playing with the greatest players in your league. So she's battling with a Hannah Hidalgo. She's battling with a Olivia Miles. She's battling with a Michaela Blakes. So Coach Lawson felt those three was better suited to lead the guard roles than her. It happens. It happens, bro. It happens. Like it happens, bro. This is Team USA. You can't be a part of Team USA if you're gonna have that selfish mentality of, oh, I should have been in the game because I proved because I had 22 points. That don't get you a starting spot or on this Team USA team, and we seen also with Team USA, we seen last time Sabrina star her team. She played every now and then. Kelsey Plum, a champion, a star on her team. She played every now and then. It happens. It happens. There's only few players that you know for a fact are going to get most of the minutes. And those players are the players that's on top of their league. The Aja Wilsons, the Breonna Stewarts, the Nafisas, the LeBrons, the Kevin Durant's, Steph Curry's. You got to be at the top of your position in your league to get most of those minutes. So at the end of the day, you know what you were signing up for. You gotta just get in when you fit in, be a good teammate, root for your team. Y'all won gold. It is what it is. Cool. You like it is what it is. Now you can take out your angle on Coach Carol Lawson, but don't try to make it a big deal and drop your video after the game. Like it ain't like I understand marketing, but this ain't that, you know. But Mel, how you felt about the situation, Mel?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, man. It was tough, just seeing Flau'jae, in those emotions like that. I wasn't even aware of like how much it impacted her. You know what I'm saying? And you could just tell that, the situation really messed up. I think even Kim Mulkey said, it really affected her confidence that summer. And listen, I'm a big Flau'jae fan, big foe. Not only is she an incredible player on the court, but an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like, involved in a lot of brand deals, businesses, own property. Like, and she has one of the illest flows in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, Flau'jae is talented in all aspects. So, just seeing her and kind of, just seeing her down like that, it made me just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see big foe like that, but just regarding this situation, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, especially, like I could understand Flau'jae feeling the way she felt, especially during when that game, like she put on that game. So it's like I could understand if she didn't perform well or if she was struggling or didn't really look like she was a fit. It's like, at the end of the day, you got to put the best five that you feel fit as well as a rotation. But it's one of these where she put on that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, 22. I think she had like 7 rebounds. She had a really good game. So to not get any minutes after that really at all is just kind of like, oh damn, like from her perspective, I can understand where it's just like, yo, like I can't get any type of play, like you can't fit me in here, like you put me in spurts. It was just like the fact that she didn't really play after that, it was kind of mind-boggling. But listen, like, like how we said, at the end of the day, Kara Lawson's job is to be a coach. So if she feels that a certain lineup meshes well and she has the best chance to win with a certain lineup, she has the right to make that call. At the end of the day, they did win gold. So, it's one of those things like, if you're looking at the team element, like they did succeed. Team USA accomplished their goal, which was to win gold. That's all you could ask for. If they would have lost, then it would have been more problematic. Because like, okay, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, listen, man, that team was loaded. You got Olivia Miles, you got Hidalgo, you got Joyce Edwards, you got Michaela Blades, you got Madison. I mean, that team is loaded, and sometimes it's really just a matter of matchups and situation. You know what I'm saying? Now that's like if I was Carol Lawson, I would have found some time to put Flau'jae in. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But I don't want people to attack Carol Lawson because at the end of the day, she's the coach. She can make the decision to play who she wants for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, they ended up winning. So give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of Flau'jae, of course, like we want to see her hoop. She's a great player. You know what I'm saying? Like she put on. So I understand the emotions and the feelings that she dealing with, but you also got to understand, from maybe like the coach's perspective of just like whatever her rationale was for not playing her, she's the coach. She can make that decision. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, things get blurred, and I wish things was different. I wish Flau'jae definitely got some more time to play. As the star that she was and is. Got a chip. So it's tough. I understand it from the player's perspective, and I can see, like where you mentioned, where it's just like, oh, Carrot, like they won. You know what I'm saying? Like make it about the team. I get it. But just that competitive spirit of her is like, yo, like I deserve to be on that. Like I get it. I get it both sides. You know what I'm saying? So but listen, man, Flau'jae is one of the ones. I hope she, continues to, pick her head up, like understand, like you're a queen, like the WNBA, like you're gonna be good. You're gonna be a star in the league. Like you're an inspiration, not just on the basketball court. Like you're an inspiration to us, to me. You know what I'm saying? Being an entrepreneur, taking risks. So we want you to succeed. Like you're gonna be good. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you could feel the way you feel, but understand, like LSU, you have a chance to get to the Final Four, even when it's shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, use that motivation and be like, oh, copy, like it's on one, as you just did against Duke hitting the threes. It's like, just use that as motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has a story to tell, and I feel like this could be a pivotal part of her story, where it's like she just uses that as fuel to elevate into a whole different player, because her bag is deep already. You know what I'm saying? But her potential is endless. So I just want to see her win, man. It's just unfortunate that situation happened.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
100%. Like I just hope one thing. I just hope she didn't like talk herself out of future opportunities with the Team USA. Cause you still can make a team in the next 4 to 8 years, whatever it is. The 3-on-3. So I hope she ain't talk her way out of not being even looked at as a future Team USA participant. Hopefully she didn't. Hopefully, like I said, like we said, we feel you as a competitor. We feel you. Cause I'd have been pissed and up in arms too, like, well, I'm not playing after I just had 22. But I would be like, this is what I signed up for. I know I'm playing with these great players, so I might not get in the game. I might not. It might just happen where I won't get in the game. Like, I'm not playing with no scrubs. I'm playing with Hannah Hidalgo.
It's a loaded team, man.
I'm playing with as far as just guards. I'm playing with Hannah Hidalgo, Olivia Miles, and Michaela Blakes. These are potentially top 5 picks in the WNBA draft. So yeah. So but hopefully she use that as fuel and go win a championship or something. Go do something with it. Don't use it for one game. Use it for the season. Go win a championship. Then you could pop that ish for real with that happened. I'll use that as motivation, and I win a championship. So we'll see how they perform. In the future, we'll see. But make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Once again, keep showing love. You guys showing love. We loving it. It's almost Christmas time. It's almost New Year's time. So we got a couple more shows for y'all. What's today? Today's the 7th. So we gonna give y'all a couple episodes up until Christmas time. So we here. Just know we here. We here. Yeah, we here.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Like, subscribe, and share. Y'all show love, man. On the last episode, I love it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. Keep
sharing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Share this to your friend group, and just keep that love going. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, women's basketball is at a pivotal stage, man. This is the best thing, the best time right now. It's a beautiful sport. Show that love, spread that love. Everybody need to be tuned into women's sports. It's incredible. If you're not on the wave, get on the wave. You will get left behind.
Yes. And they a W. They trying to play with us right now, but I think we'll be in the season next season. But right now we're gonna focus on college basketball. We got our rival coming up. If Mel wanna do, we could do AAU. We got a lot of basketball coming up.
We got
basketball coming up. So we gonna be here. So